you two? Are you two? Is it your birthday? Well, third time's a charm. Welcome back to our channel. If you haven't already, go and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to be a part of our super crazy journey. John Mark was born March 10th, 2016, and he was 9 pounds, 6 ounces. And he was born naturally. As we know how life goes, things don't always go the way you would like them to, so I actually wasn't planning on giving birth to him naturally. I was planning on getting an epidural, because you will hear later on with my first, I ended up getting an epidural, and I thought that that was the best for me and him. The week prior to John Mark being born, around the Friday, I went into the doctor, and they were really hoping that he would come out on or before his due date, because he was very large, obviously 9 pounds 6 ounces, and there wasn't a ton of amniotic fluid in there. There was just enough for him to get by, or there would be just enough for him to get by my due date. So that Friday, they swept my membranes, hoping that I would go into labor that weekend. It didn't work. I really wanted to go into labor naturally and kind of let him decide when he would come out. So I went back to the doctor on Wednesday, and they did another membrane sweep, and I walked very far for a very long time, just in hopes of getting John Mark out. And then that Thursday, we were, where were we? I don't remember what we were doing. I think it was just a regular day. We were at home. Chip had gotten off of work. By that time, I had taken off work for my maternity leave. And so it was just Chip. He was gearing up to go into work. And that night, I kind of felt like something was happening in my body. I just couldn't pinpoint what it was. I was having contractions, but they were super sporadic. Like I would have one here or there, and then I would have a group of them immediately, and then I would have like nothing for hours. So I just kind of like tried to sleep it off. I was like, okay, like it's probably coming soon, but this is not it. Wake up the next morning, Chip, goes to work, and our plan, we had kind of 3 things set into motion that could happen with, especially Natalia. At the time she was not even 2. She was on her way to being 2. So we had to have a plan for her for childcare. So our original plan was that first his parents would watch them, but I think they had to go out of town for something that weekend, just so happened. So they go out of town. Our next plan was that our other friend would watch our baby, but they worked with Chip, and we didn't know what their schedule was going to be. So they ended up not even making it in time. And plan number C was for my friend from New York, who you met, and I think I did like an engagement vlog for her. She's amazing. Her name is Tracy. She came from New York to watch the baby. Now we thought, because with Natalia I was in labor for many hours, so we kind of thought that it would go that way. Once I started hitting active labor, we would have a couple more hours, and then it would be time to push. Did not happen. That morning I wake up, no contractions, no nothing. So I'm thinking, okay, probably not happening today. Chip goes to work. Later that day, kind of around noonish, it was sometime right before Natalia's nap time, I started feeling the contractions again. Again, they weren't consistent. Nothing really real was happening. They weren't even that bad. I could completely talk through them. Everything was fine. Then, after she got up from her nap, kind of around 3-ish, I want to say, I got super consistent, really intense contractions. I mean, they were going crazy. But they weren't really, like, at the time, they weren't at the 5 to 7 marker. So I was just kind of like, okay, like, we'll wait it out. I let Chip know, hey, this is what's happening. And he said, okay, let me know when you think we need to go to the hospital. So sat down, put on a movie for Natalia, and we just kind of labored it out. And my daughter was my labor partner, and she rubbed my belly and told me it was okay, and she did her best. But then around, I want to say 6, between 5:30 and 6, I started feeling it really intensely, and I told Chip, hey, this is happening, it's time. So he comes, He rushes back, but obviously it's a weekend, there's traffic, so he doesn't end up getting to the house, I want to say, until 7. So he gets there at 7. And for all of you who are like, well, why didn't he just tell you to call the ambulance? He's a bad husband. He did tell me to call. I didn't want to call because, for those of you who don't know, ambulance rides are not free. He comes home and we get in the car immediately. He's got Natalia in the back seat. I'm like crying and dying. At this point, I think I was trying to get my hospital bag together, dropped it upstairs because I was just like, I can't do this. I had a contraction that was super crazy and ended up like kicking over Natalia's high chair, like out of just, I need something to do with this pent up pain. So I just kicked the chair, like it was wild and crazy. So he, you know, runs upstairs, gets the bag while I'm in the car with Natalia, telling her, okay, we're gonna have baby brother, here he comes. We get to the hospital. Chip parks outside, just like parks the car in their little like emergency spot, but you can't leave the car there. So he takes me upstairs with Natalia. He's carrying Natalia. I'm in the I want to say stroller, wheelchair, and he's pushing me to the maternity wing. So we get there, and the first thing out of my mouth is, okay, when am I getting this epidural? And they're like, okay, well, we gotta fill out some paperwork. And I'm yelling at them, probably, who knows what I'm saying. But Chip is very nice, he's very calm, and he, you know, tells them, like, I'm so sorry, I'll fill out this paperwork, is it okay? Like, we did do the pre-fill out, like we filled out most of the paperwork, but there was still some like day of paperwork that they make you do. So we did that, and then after that was done, I'm like, okay, give me my epidural now. And they're like, well, we have to put you in a room, we have to check and make sure, like, see how far dilated you are. And because my contractions weren't super close together, it kind of was making it seem like I wasn't in labor, but I definitely was. So then they put me in the room, the nurse comes in and she checks me and she's like, oh my goodness, I'll be right back. So she leaves. By this point, Chip had to go take the car and park it. I come to find out he like took the car, parked it, came back, went to get Natalia like a snack at the little cafe. So he got her a snack. All this is happening while I'm upstairs in this room. So now it's about 7:15 and the doctor comes in and she says, okay, it's time. And I'm like, time for my drugs? And she said, nope, it is time to push. We gotta get you to this room now. So they whisked me to a room and now it's about 7:20. Push, push, push. John Mark comes out, or no, it was about like 7:30, so I was there for a little bit. And I push, push, push. John Mark comes out at 7:48. Beautiful baby boy, super healthy, super big. First thing he does is wants to eat. And Chip comes upstairs and he's like, oh, okay, is she about ready to push? And the nurse tells them that I've already pushed, baby's out, he's healthy. Natalia comes in and she sees her brother and she's just so excited and she says, oh, it's Pokey. So for those of you who wonder like why we call him Pokey, that's why. We don't know where she got it from. We don't know why she decided to say that, but now he's Pokey. That is kind of our story and how John Mark was brought into this world 2 full rotations ago. But that's the end of this video. If you have any questions or want to know more about kind of our birth story with John Mark, go ahead and leave it in the description box below. I will be sure to answer every question that is put in there. Other than that, I guess we will see you in the next one.